So yes, we are going to talk about gas. We all use gas in our homes. We all know so well how these things can be. But how safe are we using these gas in our homes? Do we know what we are supposed to do? Do you know the right things we are supposed to do? How we are going to even store our cylinders and what to do even if there is a leak? I know most of us will frighten if we should hear that sound, and I will just run away from the kitchen, and then things will just escalate. But then today we are joined by officers from the Ghana National Fire Service. They are from the Wija district, and they are here to break it all down for us. It is not just about we having a conversation, but also the education to spread out loud. So please, if you have your paper by you should take some notes. If you can record it now. If you can go to our Facebook and then watch the live feed and also share it so that some people can also learn from this, then this is the opportunity you should do now, and then it will be of a great benefit to you and then your entire household. I have ADO1 Alexander Morte in our studio, and then Isaac Papo to help us break all these down. So let's get into the conversation now. Let me welcome you gentlemen to our studio. Kindly come forward. Yeah. Again, welcome to my studio.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How are you gentlemen doing?
We are fine.
Okay. It looks like Mr. Morte is not talking. Edu, are we safe?
We are.
We are. I like that voice. Okay. So I actually love the firemen because you guys put your lives down for us. Right. Every day you are facing fire, saving us in during accidents or even other unforeseen circumstances. So every time I look forward to meeting you, and I want to say thank you for saving our lives even before anything other thing happens. Okay. Now let's get into our conversation today. Now we are talking about gas, but then I first want to know the role of Ghana Fire Service for starters. I'll start off with you, Mr. Purple, Edio Purple. I hope you don't mind if I say.
That's fine. That's
okay.
fine.
Okay, Edio One Purple. Let's hear you.
That's fine. All right. Thank you very much, and thank you to your listeners too for, staying tuned.
Okay.
And listening to us. Anyways, National Fire Service since 1963 by an act of Parliament 219 was established, and our main core mandate was is to save lives and properties, all right, and render humanitarian service, and as we move ahead, we started we had to broaden the scope a bit because of modernization and all that, so we now manage fires, prevent and manage fires, doing safety work, firefighting safety work and all that, and prevention mostly.
Prevention.
Yeah, so you don't only see us fighting fires, but also trying to prevent fires from happening before it happens. So that's one of the things that we do as a service. Yes. So it's good for us all. It helps us, and also for economic purposes. As a country, we don't lose much if we are able to prevent fires and save loss of properties. Yes, than fire occurring before we coming in to fight these fires.
Those fires.
Yes, so
okay. Now, today we are talking about gas.
Right.
I have a grandmother in my hometown, Bremanisia. She's afraid of gas, so no matter what you do, she will still go and use her charcoal in her coal pot, or she will just get firewood and then burn it and cook, because she says the harm that gas will do, firewood or charcoal wouldn't do it. Now, what is the ideal place to put your cylinder, Mr. Purple?
All right. So, we all use gas at home. Yes. It's one thing that now we are using mostly. We don't really use the charcoal and the firewood anymore, like your grandmother.
Oh, she's still using it. Big ups to her.
Right. But for us, most people use this, gas in cooking in our kitchens. And then, gas is very dangerous because it's very volatile. You don't need to keep it close to your cooker or your burner. Yes. So it needs to, you need to separate it at least 1 to 2 meters away from the burner. All right, 1 to 2 meters away. But most kitchens are small nowadays.
Please,
So
we use balconies as kitchen here in Accra. Your balcony, our friend veranda, right? Yes, we use our veranda
yes.
as kitchen in Accra.
Right. So in that case, you need to have your cylinder outside.
Hey,
Yes.
Unimalomi for no.
Of course.
You know them?
Yes.
Those people, you go to work, and by the time you return, they've taken
It's
it
gone.
away.
So better still, you need to, you can cage them. All right, put it in a cage and lock it.
Lock it.
Yes, that will help because you need a lot of air around in case there is leakage. Then it will take the gas away. Yes.
But then if it is in a confined place,
it's
stuck.
Yes, it's stuck. So gas will build up. Yes, and a little spark will just cause fire.
Wow.
So you need to be at a ventilated area. Yes, where you can have a lot of air, enough air to blow the gas away. In case there is leakage in there.
Okay, right. So that is the ideal place for you to place your cylinder. Right. Please don't mind Alumi, cage it so that is exactly. Yeah. All right, now let's move on to how we are to detect there is a leakage, because most times you fill your gas and then immediately you start smelling the gas, and sometimes I ask hey, is the gas leaking? I have to just close it and then start doing the checks and all that. So ADO1 Alex, how do we determine that this cylinder is really leaking?
Okay, so as my senior said, he spoke about where you are supposed to place your cylinder. Ideally, he said you should place it outside. You cage it, make sure that it's not exposed to the sun, So assuming you are coming back from town or from work and you realize that you can get it by two ways, either by hearing or by smelling. And so
hearing?
By hearing.
Okay, so that's the sound or something?
Exactly. Earlier on, you said that you hear a hissing sound.
Yeah.
Okay. Or sometimes a cracking sound. When you get that sound, then it means that there is a gas leakage. Quite apart from that too, in terms of smelling, gas has some distinct pungent smell, some unpleasant odor. Mostly people compare it to rotten eggs. So as soon as you get that smell, it means that your gas might be leaking. Quickly, you have to go to where your gas is placed and ensure that you put off the regulator. Okay. Then probably you can bring it out and check where the leakage is coming from.
Okay, so I would use myself as an example.
Okay.
Sometimes I go and fill with the gas, bring it back home, and then immediately I start using it, I see flies hovering around the regulator, and then I'll start smelling the gas itself. Doesn't mean it's leaking or maybe it's overfilled or something.
When you go and fill your gas, it's a compressed butane and propane. So when you bring it home, you're not supposed to use it immediately you bring it home. Okay. Because it's a pressurized propane.
It needs to settle.
So it needs to settle before you use it. So we are encouraging listeners and the general public that when they go and fill their gas, they shouldn't quickly or immediately use it, put it to use, but rather they should let it settle before they use it.
This one is very difficult because maybe I'm preparing my abenkwine and during the preparation of the abenkwine or the thing went off, then I go and fill it. I'm ready to go and eat with my family. Maybe we finish the abenkwine, we have banku to also prepare, and then you're telling me to allow it to sit for how many minutes or seconds? Hours?
Roughly 30 minutes.
Okay. Okay, but then hey, it is for you, so you need to allow that
for your own safety.
For your own safety. Yes. So if you go and fill your gas, allow it to sit for about 30 minutes before you put it to use. Yes. What do you do when you smell gas upon entering your room? ADO1, I'll stay with you, Alex.
So you're back from work or from town, and you realize that. Earlier on, we spoke about how you would know whether your gas is leaking, and we spoke about whether the smell or maybe the hissing sound. So as soon as you notice that these two, mostly when we get to our room, we are quick to switch our lights on. So make sure that you don't switch your light on, you don't put your phone light also on. There is no any naked fire closer to where the cylinder is placed.
Okay.
and then you make sure that you open all your doors and then your windows to ensure that the gas
There's
that is
enough
concentrated
ventilation.
within that particular area escapes. After which you ensure that you close the regulator of the cylinder.
So, but what has light got to do with cylinder or gas?
Okay, so before fire starts, there are 3 elements that must come together.
Okay.
So there should be fuel, and so the gas is the fuel. Okay, there should be oxygen, and then there should be heat in their right proportions.
Okay.
And so when these 3 comes together,
There's going to
definitely.
be a spark.
So you know that already there is air around the kitchen, and then the gas is also leaking, which is the fuel. When you on your light, it produces some amount of heat, and so when it comes together, definitely when it sparks, there will be fire outbreak. That is
Wow.
why we advise that you don't put on your light, you don't put on your phone. Phone light generates a lot of heat. Okay, so that's why we advise that you don't put such things on to dictate where the leakage is coming from. You might not know. Okay, so the best thing is that you don't put them on, but then you just ensure that the place is well ventilated to ensure that the
Gas leaves.
gas leaves where it's
was,
leaking,
yeah.
okay, for the place to be okay before you put the regulator off.
Off.
Yes.
Okay. Now let me come back to ADO one Isaac Papo. In a situation where fire sparks, my gas is there, either in my home or in the office. How should I react to this?
Gas fires. Very dangerous.
Very.
Very, very dangerous. So in a situation where your gas is leaking, if gas sparks, please try and then move out of the room. If it sparks, try and move out.
Hey.
If not, if you have a sack, if the cylinder is burning, all right, it will take some time before it explodes.
Okay.
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 It doesn't explode immediately.
Immediately.
Right. So you can have a thick cloth. You can have a thick cloth, all right? A thick cloth, and then dip it in water. Cover the cylinder
With it.
The fire will go off. All
Mm.
right. Yes. That's the best.
We used to have one be like kuntu.
Good to it.
Yes. Yes. What you call kuntu.
Yeah.
Yes. You can have that one, or a sack. A sack.
Mostly
Cocoa
cocoa
sack.
sack.
Cocoa
It's
sack.
very heavy, so
Yes. So you can use that one, dip it in water, and then
Soak it and then you cover it.
Or you should have an extinguisher at home.
that's what we are.
Very
we are-
important.
We are
Yes.
advocating
Very,
that
very
every household
important.
should
Have
at least one.
one.
extinguisher.
Yes, you should have an extinguisher. And for homes, CO2 extinguishers is best.
Okay.
All right.
Is it the powdered one?
No, the carbon
The
dioxide.
carbon dioxide. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So when you have an extinguisher like that, you can just immediately use it, and then you are
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Yes.
Mm.
Probably you might not have water in sack at home. So the extinguisher will be the best for you to use and quench or extinguish the fire.
The fire.
Yes, that's the best.
But
thing to
with
do.
the one that you just mentioned, that you should leave the room when there's
So
my good my TV, I've suffered
Yeah.
and I've gotten 132-inch B. I have some tabletop fridge B, nyamia dome. I have some nice dresses B packed
Right,
somewhere.
right.
Me if you're me things they inside,
Right,
and you're
right.
telling me to run away and leave
With
those things
lots
in the
of
room.
dollars in there.
Oh, dollars
Right, that's true. You see, every fire starts small,
Sure.
but when it gets out of hand, then you need to move. If you are not able to contain it at that initial stage, then it means you have to just go out. If you are not able to, or you don't have the courage to dip the sack in a cloth in water and cover the
burning cylinder.
then please move out and then call for help.
Mm.
Right. That will be the best, because when I told you, cylinders, when it's burning, it takes some time.
To explode.
Yes. So, but whilst you are wasting time, it's getting ready to
Explode.
Yes. So you need to move out. Else you'll be there, then you'll
Boom.
die and leave all the TV,
Oh.
your sack,
Oh.
your money.
Even if you
your-
don't die, you have to live with burns.
Yes, with burns. With burns. First degree, second degree, third degree burns. you will die. You can just die. All right. So you need to just leave it. You get it back again. Don't worry.
I have to join my grandmother at this point. We have to use the charcoal, sir, because Charlie, easy, sir.
Yes,
but now let's get to something very important here. I am a lover, as I mentioned earlier.
Right.
I love you guys.
Right.
And so I watch.
We love you too.
Oh, thank you. So I watch movies of documentaries about fire safety, fire officers, and all that. And one particular one that I watch is Chicago Fire.
Right.
I've watched almost all the season.
Okay, that's
So
nice.
I know that when they go to work, they are working. Sometimes they're eating, and then you hear bing, 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 then everybody's rushing out and all that. But then you come to our side of the world, and then people say, "Oh, fire officers, I'm going to oh, I'm going to no boludu. Is it true that you people don't work? Like you go to work dressed neatly, like you
Right.
guys are
Right.
just in studio now,
Right.
and then you just go there and play Ludo and cards."
Well, fire service, we don't have just one department. We have many departments. Okay. We have the operations, safety, and others. Okay. Now, those we normally see as the operation department.
Okay.
For them, they are the ones that go out there and then quench, extinguish fires out
okay.
there. All right. So with those people, you need to be in the right frame of mind before you can do such
those things.
Yes. If you are not okay,
psychologically,
you can, put yourself in danger and the whole crew in danger as well.
Yeah.
So you need to be in the right frame of mind. When you see them out there playing cards, they need to, relax. They are not just doing it for fun. They are doing it to relax, just so that in case there is fire, because they are with you 24/7. They are with you 24/7. Anytime you call for fire, they are there for you. But then they need to relax. They need to be in the right frame.
We all need it.
Yes, we all need it.
All work and no play.
Exactly. You might have people coming from home. They are humans.
Oh yeah, we have
like that.
personal issues.
Exactly.
Maybe a broken heart. Get away, baby, broken heart. Now,
That's
officer,
exactly.
your office.
You see,
Yeah.
So
That thing,
That thing, yes. So
it's not like you people are superhuman.
No.
maybe AC is your girlfriend. Or to
then
PluzzFM, you listen to PLUZZ,
Yes.
and this guy is giving the news. And you say we're breaking my heart
We're
to one,
breaking-
and it'll be a friend who said, "I could do fire."
Hey, Asamaba.
Asamaba, I understand.
So they need to be in that frame of
Yeah,
mind to
yeah.
concentrate and then work for us all. So when you see them playing cards, Ludo, or anything,
normal.
Normal.
Oh,
Yeah.
and can you create me to Ludo abechemu?
That's
And I to PlayStation.
And they cry.
Okay.
And they cry. So
Okay.
even in the Chicago fires and all
Oh
that.
yeah,
you
they
see
do.
them,
They engage in a lot of activities.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
So
And if you are not in your right frame of work, they ask you to sit back because you can
Exactly.
endanger yourself, your team, and
the
even
team
the
and
people out there.
Exactly. So it's normal.
It's normal, very normal. Mundi di maye, edamase. And also, let's talk about the cylinders.
Right.
Now, the most common one on our market is the metal ones.
Yeah.
Some they are short. They have the medium size, the bigger size. Some has even the cork on it, so you are lighting the fire on the gas itself. That one too is there.
Yes.
And then we have new ones that are like fiber ones or those ones, but they are expensive.
Oh, yes. The fiber ones are very
Very expensive. Now, which one should I go for if I want my safety?
The fiber cylinders are the best.
Kaish. Misikasa.
The fiber cylinders are the best.
Okay.
With the fiber cylinders, it's difficult to explode. It doesn't just explode because of the way it is made. It's made. So you don't really, you find it difficult. Even when it's in fire, you don't really say, maybe it might melt or something, but to explode is very difficult. Yes. So the fiber ones, and they are light too. You can handle it well,
Yeah.
And they don't corrode.
Like the
the
metal ones.
Okay, so that one is best for you. Let's forget about the money involved there.
Because me, I have the metal ones like
Yeah,
2B.
yeah.
They are sitting just at one place. But me go should be a rusty.
Rusty.
And I get a biscuit, so I have to
That's
go
it.
and change it. So now
That's it.
I need to get money.
Yeah, you need to get money and
Just like
change
you
it.
said,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes we prioritize our security than our safety.
Exactly.
Even in building your house, you try to put a burglar proof
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
But we forget about escape routes and all that. And so in this one too, don't look at the price.
Chai.
Look at
Edio one,
durability.
please, I'll come and see you. I'll come and see you. I'll come and see you so that you help me with that one.
Yeah.
But what are the most common causes of fires in our homes, our offices, and some of these, except in exception of gas?
Right.
What are other ones?
Okay, so you see, fires, they can happen in two folds.
Okay.
Naturally and then man-made. Right? Actually, we talk of lightning and all that, volcanic eruptions. But even Ghana here, we don't experience this.
Bushfires.
So those ones are man-made.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Yes, man-made. They are the ones we create ourselves. Yes, whether through ignorance or negligence or arson. Someone can just burn
Oh, arson. Say it again. Arson.
because he has paid premiums too many times. He wants to just burn either his car or his house and then get some,
Yeah,
but
insurance
that's
to
a
cover
criminal
it.
offense.
Yeah,
when
very.
they are caught. I mean, you go straight to jail.
Yeah.
So those doing arson, please be careful. So these are some of the causes. Aside the gas, you see, electrical fires also occur mostly at homes, also as well. When leaving our gadgets on, you move from home to work. You've left your fan on, you've left your, TV sets on and all that. And then you've overloaded your sockets and all that. Those things create a lot of fires, aside the gas.
Okay.
Yes. These two things are major factors. All right, the gas and then electrical, fires. Yes, we have other fires like lighting a candle, placing it on a wood or on your carpet and all that.
Yeah.
But most of the fires that occurs mostly is electrical or gas.
Gas.
Yes, that really occur mostly at our homes and offices. So we need to be careful on those ones. Running cables under carpets, running installations that mostly we do. We don't employ professionals to install our electrical
wires and all that.
Yes, so we just
We're
go
even
by
using
the
cheap
roadside
gadgets
then,
and all that.
Yes, and then get some electrician to come and fix one or two things for us, and then the gadgets to use the certain gadgets that we use. They are not of good quality.
Yeah.
Yes, and those things, they create a lot of fires. So we need to be careful on all these things. When you're leaving home, please make sure you turn off all gadgets.
All gadgets.
All gadgets.
Now, more quench fridge.
We have fridge guard. That can help you.
Exactly.
All right. Yes. So you can use the fridge guard for your fridge because you have things in there, perishable items in there. So you can use the fridge guard for those ones. Yes. So, but then the rest, please make sure you put them all off.
Let's wrap up. Let's talk about how we are going to report a fire incident. AD01 Morty. Okay.
So there are a number of ways in which
Okay.
we receive fire calls
Okay.
at our various stations. Mostly it's random call. When I say random call, it means that maybe there is a fire outbreak, let's say within this outfit.
Yeah.
So maybe you call someone closer to our station and tell him that, oh, there's a fire outbreak, but I don't have fire service number. So could you kindly walk or run to the station and then inform them that this is what is happening? So that's what we mean by running call. Aside that, we have our fire service numbers, 192, 112, which is the national emergency line.
Okay.
Sometimes too, people do call police service, which is the 191, 18555, to inform them, and they would relay
the information to you.
Yes. And so we are also encouraging the public and the general citizenry to know the numbers of the various stations that are closer to them. Okay, so apart from the 192, our master control room also has other numbers. The landline is 0302 772 446. I would want to repeat it again.
Yeah, you should.
0302 772 446. And as you are closer to Wager Fire
Wager,
Station, it's
yeah.
also important that you would know our number. And our number is 0302 851543. I would want to repeat that
Repeat
again.
it, yeah.
0302 851543. Sometimes too, what we've noticed over time is that when people call in events of fire outbreak, they are, they are quick to tell us that there's a fire outbreak here. So mostly we encourage them to be very calm. Try and give us the exact location. If there is any landmark, maybe a church, a school, a mosque, you give it to us. And also encourage them that when you call, after giving us all this information, don't put your phone somewhere and try to attend to the fire. Make sure that
It's closer
to you.
for other information to be relayed to.
Yes, simply because when we are proceeding to the fire scene, sometimes
call.
our landmarks.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's difficult locating certain
place.
places. So as we are proceeding to the scene, we try to call you for you to give us directions.
Okay.
So it's important that mostly when they call us, they should keep their phones closer to them.
We'd want to thank you, ADO1 Alexander Morty, and then ADO1 Isaac Papo, for joining us. It's been very insightful, and our listeners are sending us messages. This one says, thank you for bringing the fire personnel to your show today. It's been very educative. Thanks to them, at least we know now that they don't just play Ludo. Musa is also watching us on Facebook, and he says that if you die with your belongings, you lose everything. But if you lose your belongings and then you are alive, you can get more of what you lost. Right. So it's been a very great educative program with you, and we will look forward to having you more on our show so that we get to educate the public too. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for passing through.
Thank you.
I need to say a special morning to our acting chief fire officer, Into Sapong Mausi, and our regional fire officer, ACFO 2 Rashid Nisao, and our very own boss, ACFO 2 Isaac Sa, for giving us the opportunity to come here and interact with
the public.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so your own what do you call PRO, national PRO, that is Alex Kinate, is also following the show on Facebook.
That's
and
great.
he says thumbs up to you guys too. All right, so on this note, we want to say thank you. Enjoy your day. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is where we'll end the session. It is 48 after 11. We'll take a quick breather. When we return, the show continues.